I'm Richard Blais, and I am a chef, and I'm here at Flamingos in Orlando, Florida.
And how did you choose Orlando to bring your next restaurant?
Did I choose Orlando? Did Orlando choose me? That is the question. I mean, I've been saying all along I have a restaurant in San Diego as well, and I love the fact that San Diego always feels like the underdog to some of the other cities in California. And I feel like there's a little similarity with Orlando and some of the other cities in Florida as well. So like, I love being a part of that community. The dining scene is fantastic here. It's so international. So many of my celebrity chef friends have outposts here, and then like the homegrown restaurant community is just growing so much. So I travel through here frequently, and to be a part of it is just a blessing.
And so it's a very heavy seafood menu, quite a bit. What is your inspiration for the dishes?
I mean, inspiration can come from anywhere. Generally speaking, it's all things Florida, grown in Florida, caught off the coast of Florida. The southern United States, the cuisine of Florida, the Caribbean, Central South America in general, or wherever our mind takes us. So it might be as simple as, we have Maine lobster on the menu. Sure, that's not from Florida, but one of my fond Florida memories are my grandmother-in-law getting Florida shipped in from Maine every holiday season, and me being responsible for cooking them. So to me, it's a personal connection to Florida. So I mean, inspiration is really wherever we want to find it, as long as you're open to find it.
And you mentioned this will be my last question, the dishware.
Yeah.
Or is sort of like you just mentioned your grandmother. That is something your grandmother might have, and have some of that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think always, I think we're at a point with food and restaurants and cuisine where, everything that's like, oh, it's really, really shiny white plate that's a rectangle, and, I used to really not like those sort of like design plates and ornate crystal and all those things. And now I'm sort of getting older, I guess, and I appreciate the detail with some of that, the flour and the silverware.
The uniqueness, right?
And the uniqueness. And I love the fact that I do want this concept to be sort of mix and match when it comes to some of those things. And I don't know, when I go to anyone's house, I love to see what they have in their cupboards, not just for the food that they have in there, what flavored jam it is, but also the plates and silverware. So the concept is pretty, I would say that it's simple. I say that it's like embracing, vintage Florida, right? So like one thing that I just did at a restaurant in California was, open up a restaurant and be like, when people first come to a place, when you're in the fishbowl, sometimes it's hard to, feel like, what does it feel like when I visit this place? And especially Orlando and Florida, it's a place where so many people come for these lifetime experiences. And we live we live here, and maybe we're like, oh yeah, sunshine all the time. Oh yeah, citrus is great. Oh yeah, this is awesome. But like when you visit it for that first time, that first magical moment that you had in Orlando or in Florida, those are the type of vibes that we're trying to capture. And I'm sorry for saying vibes. I'm almost 50 years old. I have kids, so that's what that's all about. We'll talk more in depth about the food and beverage program, except to say that, like any chef, it's about getting great ingredients and not trying to mess them up. So we're only as good as our vendors and farmers and fisher people, and that's what we're trying to do. It is vintage Florida as far as like, what's wrong with surf and turf? Nothing. We love surf and turf, and of course geographically. Generally speaking, the culinary program is based on the flavors of Florida, the flavors of the American South, the Caribbean, Central and South America, and then wherever my mind takes me around the world. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I was not expecting so many cameras to be up when I was doing this, but I'm kind of used to it, I guess. And I will, if you're okay with it, I will take you on a tour and show you the rest of Flamingos. Does that sound good? All right, let's go do it. So we have so many people. This is more than the 20 people that we said. Shelby, Scarlett. So this is, if you haven't been inside of the restaurant for a while, one of the things I actually love, actually inheriting a space, quite honestly. I'm a little bit, do we have room for everyone? I think we do. I love inheriting a space. One, because I'm hyperactive creatively. Some of you might know that. And like when you can sort of do whatever you want, sometimes it's too much freedom. And we actually here inherited this amazing, beautiful open kitchen. If I had to design one without inheriting it, I love open kitchens because it connects the dining room to the guest. And there's so many reasons why I love that. The kitchen team can feel the energy of the dining room can see what's going on, that there's real people actually cooking their food. and it's just this sort of reflection of energy that's really, really important. Plus, what I love about a great restaurant is that you can sit in different parts of it, just like you do when you go to a great stadium, and have these different visual experiences. Okay, I'm in the dugout, I'm in the bleachers, I'm behind the flagpole. That's a horrible seat, by the way, behind the flagpole. We have no behind the flagpole seat here. This is Shelby Farrell. She is our chef de cuisine executive chef. She is just a force, and she's running things. This is Chef Scarlett Brida. She is my executive chef that travels with me around the globe, although mostly that's been non-international over the last couple of years. And she'll be here for a few months as we get going. And we have a bunch of hors d'oeuvres and some menu items for you. You want to show them, Shelby, the ceviche?
Absolutely, yeah. All right, guys, this is one of our really fun cold plates that we're offering on the menu right now. It's going to be a Florida red snapper ceviche. Lightly cure it and brush it with an ají vinaigrette. And then it's just over a nice fresh aguachile made with fresh key lime juice. And a little bit of pickled watermelon radish, pickled green papaya. Finish it off with a little bit of freeze-dried lime juice. And then the piece de la resistance, a little bit of tableside service. We're going to be serving it with a scented smoke bubble. I'm sure you guys, if you haven't seen yet at the bar, you'll be seeing it later. We're really loving this smoke gun. Fun little tool. You can, we have different flavors that we're working with that pair really nicely with the dish itself. So in this one, we're just doing a nice citrus blend. So nice citrus oil. And so the dish itself comes out as such. Let me get a nice clean one. Splash on that one. Here we go. All right, dish comes out as such. Server comes by, and we do the scent bubble. And then it allows the guest to pop. They get that aroma, the flavor hits before they even take a bite, right? So.
Do another one, yeah.
Yep.
It is a $3 extra charge if you want 2 smoke bubbles. It's not.
We like playing with them sometimes, just setting them off through the kitchen.
Hoping to be the viral sensation of
Yes,
of
absolutely.
this year.
Our goal now is to see who can get the largest bubble.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chef.
Absolutely, guys.
So we're gonna. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns as we're walking through? So I don't know if it's good or bad, but I do get the reputation of being sort of a tech-centric chef in molecular gastronomy. So there are a couple of toys, liquid nitrogen. Sometimes I walk down the street and people just yell at it, liquid nitrogen!
That's what he said he was going to do today.
Well, we can make liquid nitrogen. We'll make sure we do that as well.
We have another station down the line that we'll show you a little liquid nitrogen.
Which is fine, but I just want to make it clear that I led with we need great ingredients and we're going to cook great stuff.
Not just the nitrogen.
Because we do all of it for sure. If you want, you can grab a version of our shrimp cocktail right here if you want to grab that as we continue the tour. This is some Florida shrimp with a guava cocktail sauce.
Yep, so dayboat Florida shrimp caught just right off the coast of Cape Canaveral. We have a phenomenal shrimp guy who is just our source for shrimp and shrimp alone. And these are some beautiful, beautiful shrimp he brings us. The guava cocktail sauce below it. Just a nice little spin on a classic.
You're in a good restaurant when the restaurant has a shrimp guy.
Yeah, truly. So,
also, and I'm not, sorry, Chef.
Absolutely.
Even just like this little dish, again, when I say vintage, this is what I'm to me, the plate is appropriate for the restaurant if it looks like it was at Grandma's house at some point. If there's candy, if Grandma served candy in it, it's perfect for us. So we're really going to be looking towards that sort of aesthetic when you see the glassware specifically at the bar. Awesome. We'll head on down this way. You can grab a shrimp cocktail if you'd like, for sure.
Yeah, grab a cocktail. There's some tongs here. Please feel free to grab a little bit of ceviche as well.
Awesome. So we'll let you get into the tour on your own, but down here, a little bit more of our hot appetizer station. You'll all have the chance to walk away with a menu today. I believe I said that without checking, but I'm sure you can. and the top half of the menu is broken into cold snacks and hot snacks. One of my personal favorites, and I hate to say this because then it becomes like something that everyone has to try, is being that we are like we're saying we're a vintage Florida restaurant. My grandmother, well, my wife's grandmother, my grandmother-in-law, yeah, okay, loved coconut shrimp, and like this is one of those things where I'm sure every Florida chef is so over having to do something that has coconut shrimp on it. We wanted to re-envision it a little bit, so we decided we would do a coconut shrimp toast. So that's what you have here. It's coconut shrimp with some bread, and then of course some spicy chili, and then a version of conch fritter, but it's actually one of Shelby's. It's a really fantastic dish. You want to talk about the conch?
Yeah, absolutely. So conch fritter, it's actually a conch hush puppy. Just like Chef probably explained to you, the whole concept here, we're pulling from Florida, we're pulling from the South, we're pulling from Caribbean, South Central America, again, really having a nice meld of what it means to be Florida food, because it's a pretty open-ended question, right? So in one of our more odes to the South, we have the conch hush puppy. That is a really nice quality hush puppy, full of fresh Florida conch meat, a little bit of a Jamaican curry aioli on the bottom. Classic, simple, quality, right? And then guys, heads up with everything that you're tasting today, we will be showing you a show plate at the end, so you can get some nice quality pictures. We just wanted to give everybody something to snack on, something a little happy, can't hurt to start with a nice fresh bite. And then, yeah. Awesome,
over here we have our oxtail and foie gras empanada. Which is one of my personal little favorites as well. So these are some of our hot snacks. We'll move on to the one of the major structural changes of the restaurant, if you have been here before, was I decided that we would, I thought it would be great if we have a raw bar or a station devoted to just some of our raw seafood or chilled seafood items. Watch your step here, there's some steps. So this is, which was just enclosed, we opened it up, and now behind us in our galley kitchen here is all of our raw seafood. We're going to be putting up some oysters here in a little bit. And again, sort of opening up what wasn't a station where the chef who worked back there would never see the dining room, letting our chef see the dining room, see who's cooking the food. And I love exposing all parts of the kitchen. As well, quick little note, what's more vintage than a lobster tank? When was the last time that you saw one of those that was new in a restaurant? These lobsters just moved in today, so they're just kind of figuring out what's going on. Again, it really fits the concept. We're going to be able to get lobster poached in beurre blanc, blackened, or grilled with garlic butter, and/or as an accessory for any of your steak items. Awesome. That is, it is a small restaurant. That concludes my personal guided part of the tour. Back in the corner out here on the patio section, there's some more restaurant if you'd like to explore. We are going to be putting out some entrees so you can take photos of it. We have a beautiful pink backdrop, which has become a big part of the brand visually. Shout out to Chris, who's holding a camera over there, who has done a great job with the branding of the restaurant. And feel free to walk around and make your way back to the bar where our mixologist Ryan will make you a drink or three.